Welcome in this video, and here we're going to see fantastic games from round 6 Sinquefield Chess Cup, and I have some amazing positions like this one. In this first position it's Aronian with white pieces and NVL with black, and the poor guy, this poor French guy, is playing the same lines all the time. These lines are extremely sharp and his opponents can prepare very well against him. For example, the first round he played against Dominguez. Dominguez played this move a3, and after a long fight the game ended in a draw. But here we have Aronian, and Aronian prepared something else. Bishop here, and after that move tried to develop his pieces. He played the rook there in order to open up the center. I was a fan of Nxd4 actually, but the main problem of this particular opening is that you should leave the king in the center of the board for many moves, and you have to do other things. For example, he played this move h5 in order to stop this English attack or to stop this idea to advance that pawn, but the king is there. How to play now? He played this one to exchange the pieces, and after this we have that. Of course, Aronian wasn't happy for repetition, and now he played this move c4, attacking the knight. The knight went back, and now we have this move, attacking the rook. Very forcing, very concrete, and he cannot do anything else. It's very straightforward. And after that move he took there, and now you have this one, knight to a5. Black has some problems right now because he cannot really capture that pawn on c4. The bishop is coming here on e4, and he has problems because this one, the bishop on f6, is out of the game, is limited thanks to his own pawn. And now we have that one. The poor king has to do something. Actually, he cannot really go there in the queen side because after this white can create a very strong attack. So he went there, and after this he's sacrificing that pawn in order to capture some other pawns. And here MVL hesitated to capture actually, because after this and this white have a lot of options. For example, he can take here on d6, it's one move, another one to take that pawn, another one to put the rook here, another one to give a check with the queen on h6. He has a lot of moves, and it's not so easy for black to continue playing because the king is an obstacle to the rooks, cannot develop them easily. So during the game he just played that one, and now we have take. He took the pawn back, and after this he took on b7. So he is a pawn up for a moment, right? He's attacking the rook. What to do now? We have that one, and now we have more exchanges, and now we have knight takes here. It's not so clear again how to play, but if you just capture this, then we can take the other pawn on a6. We have opposite color bishops. The game isn't a draw right now. We're threatening the rook. Maybe the bishop can land on e4, and step by step white can start pushing his pawn forward, right? So it's not so easy how to play. It's difficult to play with the black pieces. For that reason here MVL captures this one. We have that, threatening that pawn. MVL played that move, so he is creating counterplay. He cannot really take on e5 because he will have problems here. He played that one, and after this move we have a very instructive moment. Very instructive moment, because in chess we need patience. We should do something step by step, calmly. Don't act immediately. And here he can take the pawn obviously, but he didn't did that because the bishop will be liberated, and if you just take there he is not forced to recapture, and after that he can start pushing the other pawn to create some counterplay with all of his pieces, the rooks, the bishop and the pawn. For that reason Aronian played this one, and he would like to collect that pawn in the appropriate moment, step by step. Would you like to become sure and get stable result at chess? Then I'm recommending you this training program divided in years according to FIDE rating. For example, 800, 1000, 1100, 1200. And if you click in any of these links, then you can see the curriculum of each lesson. Here you can see a small video and a very detailed description of the lesson. Please also notice that you can see a lot of puzzles. Try to solve them. We have puzzles with 10 questions for every single training program. It's completely free and you can try it out. The basic methodology of the training program is that we get the basic ideas, then we have illustrative chess examples, specific exercises for each theoretical lesson, and last but not least the final conclusions. The main difference from other programs is that here we are going to analyze the typical opening errors, how to avoid them, the characteristic middle game errors of each level, learn the basic endgames, and last but not least, the visualization program. This is very important because it will help you to foresee the chess move ahead and calculate better comparing to your opponents. You can get the package of 4 of these training programs, which contain 95 theoretical lessons, approximately 780 minutes. It analyzed 800 games in this fantastic final price. So time for action is now, and click the link in the description. He can improve his rook here, he can put it there, for example, attacking the other pawn, make the enemy pieces passively, and after that he can take the pawn anytime he wants. And now he has problems, Maxim has problems, he played that one, and now we have this move, he played there, here, and after this we have another moment. Are you going to take the pawn? You cannot take it right now, huh? But you can take first of all the rook, and after this you can recapture, and then we can take the pawn, removing the defender, this defender. And here Aronian didn't capture that one as well. I was watching yesterday live this actually, and here MVL was very limited on time. He has approximately 5 minutes, and Aronian have approximately 40 or 50. And he didn't calculate to capture the pawn, but he kept the initiative. He played that one and controlling everything. And now Maxim start went wrong actually. He played this, and after this here he is trying to do something in order to liberate his bishop. Now we have that move, start pushing, and he just sacrificed the pawn in order to open up his pieces. And you can see this amazing knight, because it's stopping the activity of the rook, controlling this a5 pawn, so he has fantastic position there. And after this move he just played this. He cannot really take here because the bishop is hanging, so he played that one, and we have this, he played there, another pawn take, and after this pinned, he pinned that bishop, he went here, we have one more move, and now we have another diagram. He played a very nice idea in order to transpose this advantage, this knight advantage, into the rook endgames. We have this one. He has to take because both of the rooks are under attack, and after this we have more exchanges, and here. This is better, clearly better for white, and after this he played that, and after that we have another interesting moment. He can push the pawn forward, but after this check, and here he can take the pawn. Obviously white is winning, but maybe he can exchange these pawns a little later. He is going to see what is going to happen. It's not 100% clearly in a practical game, this one. But instead of that, instead of this very direct approach, he played the rook to b8. What black will do right now? And he can go wrong. For example, after g4, he can give first of all the check, and after this another check. He can take the pawn like that, and after the exchanges he has this breakthrough with b5, and a pawn will promote faster than his opponent. For that reason, here he's creating some problems. How are you going to play with the black pieces, right? You need to do something. And he played this check, and after this we have another check. Here he sacrificed this pawn in order to promote his pawn faster, and we have a pawn raise. After this he gives this check, and his opponent resign. Why? Because after this we have take, and after that we have this pawn raise. Both of them can create a queen, but after this check we can collect the rook. But we should not collect the rook instantly. We can give this check first of all, and now we collect the rook. We can collect the rook because the queen is close to our king. We are threatening some ideas to checkmate the enemy king, and he don't have a lot of checks or things to do, a lot of counterplay. So here Aronian won this very lovely game, and let's move forward to the next one. The next one is here. Niemann played with the white pieces and so with black, so managed to destroy this guy actually, to really beat him. And after this last move, knight h5, you can see the threat. The threat is f6 to trap this bishop in the center of the board, to trap this bishop. Here the best computer move was b4. I can understand why this is a move actually, and I didn't understood the reason. I didn't search it, but here after some time Niemann captured in the center, and now he played this move with the idea after this to play bishop to b8. This is an idea because he's sacrificing this bishop in order to capture that knight. So played this move. and here he has the option actually to sacrifice the rook again, but after this he can play something like that, attacking the knight. He can go back, and after this check he has two options. Both of them are good. Even this is okay. He can play something like that to liberate, to free that square for his king, and white cannot really create a strong attack here because everything is protected and he's threatening the bishop as well. But even better is to go on d7. Now white doesn't have any attack on the king side. He is threatening the bishop, and white is losing here. Black is winning. He didn't capture there actually, and he played this move g4, and after this forcing exchanges, knight there, we have more exchanges, and after this he played another instructive move. He played bishop to d6. We have more exchanges, and be careful because he gives first of all this check in order to attack the king and protect that pawn on g6, very important pawn. And now the game can start it again. We can say that this is a starting position, and black here has a very dominant position actually, because his pieces are perfectly placed. This pawn is weak actually, maybe black can attack this one later. This pawn on h4 is clearly a weakness. Knight is tied down to protect this one, and usually the combination with queen and knight are better, but we cannot see it right now because black is threatening a lot of things. And after these normal moves, he played that one, he played here, and now we have a very instructive move. This is queen on e4, and unfortunately he cannot take it because after this the king can land in the center of the board and win the game. Actually Niemann went down very quickly right now. He played this one, and after some transpositions here, some moves, he played there, and after this queen e4 again, and he played that one, and now he's completely winning. Black is winning. I'm inviting you to pause the video and try to think, what are you going to do? And he played this move first of all to attack the knight. The knight doesn't have a lot of good squares, and after this he played this, forcing his opponent to take, and after that the knight is under attack again, so it has to go away. So he played the king here, the bishop there, attacking the pawn, force the pawn to go forward, and the king is a dominant piece. And unfortunately white cannot go anywhere, cannot do a counterplay, doesn't have a counterplay. He sacrificed the pawn in order to liberate a little bit his pieces. We have the game continue like this and like that, and now we have a check, and we have another diagram. We are going instantly in the diagram here. Here is the diagram position. What are you going to do with the black pieces? Can you do it like so? The bishop is under attack, you can take on f2, it's good to take on f2. And after this take, what are you going to do after that? He played this move king f4, and his opponent resigned. Congratulations if you find it, because after this we have a double threat. And here he can take this one, he can start pushing the pawn, and black is winning here. White is in a Zugzwang. Now let's move forward to see another game actually, and very nice game as well. I promise here to give my new positional course, I'm working on this, to Firuzia, because his positional understanding is not so good. Why? Because right now he played this completely mysterious looking move, rook to d1. What is this actually? Why to play a move like that? And in chess, if you don't know where to put your rook, you should do other useful moves. Can I find a useful move here? Definitely. The useful move is castling, obviously, and connect the rooks, right? But he played this mysterious move, and if he writes a comment apologizing for his mistake actually, rook d1, I'm going to give it for free, my new course on positional chess. And now we have this move a5, he played there, bishop to d4. Now actually he's a very nice player. Firuzia is a very strong player, and I admire him here because he understood his mistake and he played this move rook to b1. He understands tactics very well, and his idea is after knight e5 he would like to take on e4, because now black cannot really take on e4, and this rook and this bishop is not hanging because the rook is protecting the bishop. So here of course Mehmet, a very strong player, didn't play knight e5, but he played that move. Now we have h4, try to activate this rook like beginners to start pushing the pawn forward to activate the rook. Okay, no comments about his strategy. And after this we have knight there, and he immediately blunders something. Why he blunders something? Because we have take, and now we have a diagram. But if your opponent blunder, you usually have me to say that this is a blunder, and you have the opportunity to play like Mehmet. Can you do it like him? What are you going to play here? and he has a very lovely move, nice move, bishop takes f2, check. And after this, here you should be careful, because this one, attacking the king and queen in the same time, it's not working, because the knight can take back and the knight protects the queen. And if you just take with the rook the knight, then he can take intermediate move, queen takes on g6, so this is not working. He has to give this check, as Shahryar found it very nicely. Here he has problems again when to put the rook, the king, and he put it in a very nice square. He put it there in order to activate the rook. And of course we should not play knight to f4. This is a mistake. Why? Because he can do now this check, and the knight is not protecting that square, so the queen is unprotected and he is going to win material. The nice move is here, king e1, and after this, recapturing the piece, he played this nice move. Now he didn't thought about that move, knight f8, okay. And after this we have another little diagram. This didn't happen during the game, but I'm going to give you an exercise. What are you going to play here after the move f6? You have powerful pieces, you have this powerful combination, but these pawns are killing you, killing the activity. So the correct move is to sacrifice the rook, opening up the lines, and after this you can take there. You're threatening a check, you're threatening it to checkmate, threatening on g7, you're threatening a check on h8, and after this you can give another check. The bishop can take there, you're attacking the queen, maybe we have this one, the bishop can join the attack, and this is a losing position for white for sure, for black for sure. So for that reason he didn't play f6, but he played knight to e6, and Firuzia played another nice tactic here. He understood that the knight is tied down to protect the g7, and he played this very lovely move, rook to f4. Very strong move actually. He understands the tactics very well, because the knight cannot really take the rook. We have a checkmate. This is the first thing. The other thing is that the rook is threatening that one, to threaten to capture the pawn, and after that he can take the knight, right, to remove this defender. So he has some problems. He played this one, and now we have d3, try to play against this pawn, and after knight d4, actually Shahryar didn't understood or underestimate the next move. What white played here, very nice move. And this nice move is the move e3. He completely forgot about that, maybe because the knight is under attack and he cannot really do a lot of things. He captures there, and after this he went back, and now we have another diagram. You have a free piece. Are you going to take it? And it's not the best actually to take the piece, because after this check you can go there, another check, and after this white is controlling the promotional square. He can control it with the rook, he can go back. But here black has some counterplay, and usually strong players don't allow this counterplay. Why? To allow the enemy to have this pawn here on d2 and to have some counterplay. And for that reason he played first of all this fantastic move, pawn takes, and after this the file is closed, and now he just captured on d4, and this position is completely winning here for white. See, it's winning, and he managed to win the game. I have a last example for you. The last example played here. We have the position between Dominguez and Nepomniachtchi from round 3, and here Dominguez, the rook is under attack, and he played this move, pawn takes on c5. Nepo didn't capture the rook, but he played this move, and the game ended in a draw after some time, right? But here I have a question for you. What are you going to play after this one, queen takes c4? Because it didn't happen during the game, but both players calculated. Can you find it? If yes, you are very welcome to write a comment below. What did you find? The first move is obvious. I'm going to help you a little more. It is a check. And after this, what are you going to do now? Good luck with this example. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.